Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and I'm in the thick of it, as they say. I'm in the process of moving, so things are a little crazy right now. There's good news and there's bad news. Bad news is I forgot to bring my tripod, so that's over at the other house. So the camera is sitting on some boxes right now. So all the setups and everything are going to change here soon enough. But what I am very excited about, I haven't got around to getting it done yet, but you see this blank wall here? This is where I'm going to hang my comic slabs. So I'm going to have a very cool backdrop to add on to here. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I'm very excited to get it done. I just have to make the time to do it, because I want to make sure I do it right. I want to make sure, I get it all straight and everything. But anyway, it is New Comic Book Day. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm excited. It was a short week, but I got some cool stuff. Make sure that you grab one of your Marvel previews that came out this week. I thought there was a lot of really cool stuff. Sometimes we get these previews, and it's just kind of like, nothing really cool, nothing really new. But there's a lot of beautiful covers in this one coming up. And just some cool new titles. A lot of Wolverine stuff, if you're into Wolverine. But let's go ahead and get into it. Usually I have my stuff kind of organized, but honestly I'm a little crazy right now, so I don't even know what's in my stack right here, what the order is. But we're going to start off with Teen Titans number 7, or Teen Titans Academy rather. And this is picking off with I can't speak, but forgive me. My brain is so rattled right now. I'm just everywhere. I was working so hard yesterday. But anyway, moving sucks. Moving suck is the bottom line here. But this is leading off with the what's his name? Not Gorilla Grodd. I think it's Gorilla Greg. Is his cousin, and also Gorilla Grodd's in it as well. He's taken over all these people with his mind, and he wants his Gorilla Greg to help him out. And we left off at like this spot where it's like, oh no, Greg is helping out. What's going on? And so we finish up kind of the story going on with that. It was a fine story, but honestly, I can't lie, I'm a little disinterested. Like, I want to go back into the Red X stuff. Like, the Red X stuff was very interesting, and then it just cut off. So, I don't know what happened with that. I don't know if this is just like a little break, and we're going to go back into it. But I don't know. I didn't get any kind of satisfying conclusion to that story at all. So, I'm left wanting more, I guess, to say. Again, I don't know. I just feel like this was a unnecessary part of the story. Not that it's necessarily bad. It just, where's my Red X stuff? What was going on with all that? I need to know. I need answers, That's the interesting stuff I wanted to see. And then moving on to Soul Plumbers number 2, my only other DC book. This one is pretty cool. I had a good feeling about Soul Plumbers 1. I liked where it ended off in that book. I felt like we're about to get, go into a bit of a twist, a bit of a turn, and I was right. And it not really one that I expected. I kind of have you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen, maybe possibly, but no, not on this one. It kind of, definitely threw me for a curveball, and even kind of midway through the book, then I readjust my expectations. I'm like, okay, maybe the book's actually going to be kind of this direction. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I was wrong about that idea. So without spoiling too much, cool little horror book. I think it is a miniseries. I can't remember. I think it's 5 or 6 issues. So, it'll be a short one. And I am excited to see where it's going. And there was another thing towards the very end of the book as well that had me. Yeah, it's literally like the last couple of pages, and I was like, okay, so this is going to be introducing something new again, and something I wasn't expecting. So I do recommend Soul Plumber. I think it's a really cool, interesting read. Fairly not super gory, but there's some blood and stuff in it. There's some gory bits, and it's about demons maybe, or something from another dimension at least. It's some other thing. But, yeah, it's a super cool one. I got a couple of Star Wars books that, again, I haven't read because they're War of the Bounty Hunter stuff. This is Star Wars 18. Is that what this is? guess this is Star Wars. It's cool, but I wish, because I love these 50th anniversary covers, but I wish they put, instead of the ad, usually on a cover like this when you don't have the title. But I guess it is, yeah, because I guess it is Star Wars here. Yeah, my bad. Because yeah, okay. Anyway, so, but I don't know. It's hard when the title is Star Wars because, like, obviously this is a Star Wars book, but does that mean this is the main Star Wars title? I guess it is. But anyway, so 50th anniversary. You got a cool Rebels cover here that it's just super sick. I love it a lot. It's really awesome. And then also 50th anniversary on Bounty Hunters though. We have this cool Inquisitor and Thrawn cover. Very cool as well. I love all these 50th anniversary covers. They're super sweet. And I love the border to them. I think it really, I don't know, makes it pop. Usually I'm not a big fan of borders, but we have Two Moons number 6. And this one, I need to hold it more like that so you can, I'm covering myself up. But anyway, Two Moons number 6. This is a pretty cool story again. This is about a Native American that can, wait a minute. Am I getting it right? Okay, yeah. I wanted to make sure I wasn't confusing it because actually there's not a lot of like monster stuff in this one because the guy he can see like these demons and stuff that are in people, but I don't think any of that actually happens in this issue. I feel a little disjointed when reading this one, and part of me wonders if I didn't actually read the last issue or if it's just been so well. Sometimes you forget what happens in the last issue. And I feel like I'm missing a step. So this one might be all on me. Again, the writing is good. It was an interesting, little story and everything. I just feel I may have missed something. So I apologize. I know that's not a very good review. Hey there, Daphne. What are you doing, girl? And then I was hesitant to read this one. Moving into Marvel now. Because I haven't started Strange Academy. But we have started the Death of Doctor Strange tie-ins. So we have the Strange Academy tie-in. This one is strangely named Strange Academy Presents Death of Doctor Strange. And I don't think any of the other tie-ins do that. So that's a strange choice. But I definitely have no idea what I'm missing from Strange Academy. And if any of that would... If I had read Strange Academy, if I was like, oh yeah, this has a much more significance than this and that, whatever. It's about Enchantress and her twins, which I've already forgotten their names, and I'm sure they are much more prominent in Strange Academy. That being said, I mean, I can't help but feel, yeah, you would be more up to the up to speed if you were reading Strange Academy. That being said, I didn't read it, and, I was able to keep up. So if you're just reading Death of Doctor Strange, you haven't read Strange Academy, you want to check it out, I mean, go ahead. It's not like, they're not like each page just like, oh yeah, reference Strange Academy number 3, I definitely was able to keep up with it. It didn't feel like anything was like, oh my god, this is confusing, nothing makes sense. I should have read the series first. I probably should have still, I know, but... pretty cool. Not too much to actually deal with Doctor Strange. And even moving on with Avengers Death of Doctor Strange tie-in. And again, this is not part of the Avengers run. This is just like a one-shot. All of these are one-shots. Which I prefer when they do tie-ins that are just little one-shots because A, they're more inclined to actually be about the story. But also, it doesn't interrupt something else's run, There's no reason to interrupt the Avengers run to deal with, Doctor Strange stuff. Unless it all just really works together in a certain way, If that's just how it works, then that's how it works. But this definitely led off the Death of Doctor Strange number 2, where the Avengers came in and helped. This is right after that. Tony specifically is kind of dealing with, because all the, I don't even know what you'd call it, but what were they called? The sisters, I don't know. I want to say Sisters of Dada because I've been watching Doom Patrol recently, and recently they've been part of the season or whatever, and that's not them. That's not them that's in this. It's something else. I can't remember, and I don't know where it talks about them. But anyway, I guess Doctor Strange technically is at the beginning of this book, but it's a flashback, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, Doctor Strange isn't in the rest of this, but regardless, it's a pretty cool little book. I don't really want to. Yeah, there's something I almost wanted to say, but I didn't want to spoil anything. Um, it doesn't feel like it's dealing so much. It does feel like it's setting up something. It's setting up a character that we will see later on in the Death of Doctor Strange series. I assume if this character doesn't show up in the Death of Doctor Strange series later on, I will be really confused at kind of what the point this was. As well, you know, sometimes when you're reading the tie-ins, it's like, was this necessary? Excuse me. And I do think this one will be. Again, if this character doesn't show up again, I will be like, okay, well, never mind. It wasn't necessary. I forgot to mention, I did pick up the B cover on this one just because I thought it was a really cool cover. To my memory, I also liked the A cover, but I thought that one was super rad. And we're almost done here. It was a very, very short week. So we have Lucky Devil number 4, and I believe this is I want to say it's a 5-part series. Keep doing that. So I mean, we're almost done with this one. And this book is very cool. It's a Colin Bunn story. It's about a man that gets possessed by a demon, gets a shoddy exorcism, and then he gets to keep the demon's powers because the exorcism went bad, which is a cool thing because he was kind of like a loser, and so now he's like, oh, I got all this power and I can do what I want, I can take what I want, and he starts like his own like following, his own kind of religion, based on him, and then there's some little responsibilities or some dangers that come with having a demon lord's powers, it turns out. So this series has been pretty cool. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to see where it goes out. The main character, Stanley, he's, again, he started as like a loser, and then he got this big ego boost. He gets all his power, and he's like, everyone loved me. And then as soon as like some trouble kind of stirred up, he's like, oh, I don't know, actually, I don't know. So I'm hoping he can kind of find some strength again and fight these demons and whatnot. I think will be pretty cool for maybe the last issue. I want to say it's a 5-part series, but I can't remember. And then this one is number 4 as well. We have The Me You Love in the Dark. One of my just absolute favorite series. I think it's an incredible book. I do believe it's also a 5-part series. So we're winding down on this one. So this has been about a lady that goes, she's an artist, she's a painter specifically, and she goes to this house. She's trying to, out in the middle of nowhere, she's trying to find, inspiration for her art again, and she's pretty successful. She does shows, and it seems like she's pretty successful anyway. She has an agent and everything, and can afford to, go, I guess she's renting out this house or whatever, but she finds this mysterious creature that's living in the house, this creature in the dark. And instead of it, originally I thought this was going to be more of like a horror, I guess a traditional horror, I guess, where there's something scary and it's out to get her or whatever, but ends up being something that she falls in love with. And which, I guess it's right there in the name, but I thought it was going to be a lot more, I don't know, sinister. Again, your typical horror. But it was much more romantic and beautiful in a lot of ways. And unfortunately, we've gotten to the nasty side of the bad part of a relationship, I guess, in this issue. And so you come to learn that he's a bit more controlling, this thing, whatever, the dark, we'll call it. The dark is a bit more controlling, and maybe she wants to go outside, and a little manipulative, I guess, as well. Because just for example, she's like, oh, I want to go outside, it's a beautiful day, and you run to the store and get something or whatever, and he makes a big meal for her, and he's like, I thought you might be hungry, and she's like, well, okay, I guess I can just order my stuff online and have it delivered. So he's keeping her in the house, and it's been like I said, very romantic so far, but this is the first time we get to see a little bit of anger from him as well. And again, he definitely wants his control, and he wants things his way, and he wants her attention at all times. Very, very needy, very clingy. and like I said, manipulative. And this is where the story, even though it's nearly the end, is starting to get. I guess it has had weird, but hasn't been your typical scary. But it's definitely getting a bit unnerving at this point. And again, I love this book so much. I think there's so much you can take from it, even in the early stuff, which my opinion might change when I get to the end of the story and see how it resolves and stuff. But I feel like at the beginning you can, and that's part of it, I guess, is, you know, everybody can interpret things in their own way. But I was able to both interpret this dark, you know, as maybe not even, you know, because you have relationships with other people, but you also have a relationship with yourself. And sometimes, you know, you have this internal struggle with yourself and trying to find your creativity. And because at first, he's helpful for her in that regard. So, and I think sometimes it is nice to even to take different things from different issues of a comic. I don't think the full story necessarily has to have one. I mean, obviously, like, it is one full, complete story, but there's certain aspects you can take out of different parts of it. Kind of like, you know, listening to a song, even though whoever wrote it, and it's like, it definitely means this, you can listen to it, and it means something different to you. And that's what's beautiful about art, you know? So there's definitely issues of this that I've read that have touched me in emotional ways, you know, whether it is about myself or whether it is about, you know, my relationship with someone else that I've had. So I thought it was a super great series. This issue might be a little, you know, darker, might touch some bad memories that you may have had relationship wise. I think this one definitely is more. I don't think you can really relate to it as in yourself anymore. This one's definitely, again, like if you have had a controlling significant other or whatever, you know, this is definitely the darker side, like I said. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this week. Hopefully very soon. I don't know if I'll I don't know when I'm gonna get the comic wall up. I want it up right now, but like I said, I got so much stuff to do, and it's not necessarily the most important thing, but man, do I want to go ahead and put it up. I am excited about it. Hopefully at least next time I'll bring my tripod over. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Ha 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 ha!